This is what I've done over the last about half an hour. I've been working on this. It's alright. Sorry, I'm in the living room and it's quite late, so I'm just finishing up my work. And Dad is next to me and he's about to go and watch some Netflix. Hey, Mr. Nick, who's toasting to you? It's your birthday party right now. Happy birthday. So what I've done so far is that I was given some advice, as you saw in the last one. It's what I wrote up after my meeting to, reflect on what happened and what I need to do better. So basically what we decided to do was we decided to scale down one of the activities from being a big, normally you have like a little starting activity in the section and then you have a big activity, to scale it down from a big activity to just a little activity. So for instance, at the beginning, it was just like, oh, you hide them around and they go and find them, whereas now it's like, okay, they just have to sort them. And there are 3 different sorting games and they rotate between them because there are about 6 scouts in each. And there was about 18 last time, so there should be about 6 or 7, depending on how many new kids we get. Yeah. And so what I've worked on was that I worked on Googling and finding a fake or a script for a 112 call in the Netherlands, based on the Red Cross, and translated it. And what I'm planning on having them do is I'm having one group go to one end of the hut, and write down a situation on a little piece of paper, and then the other group goes to the other end of the hut and they receive the call. So basically the person, using a walkie-talkie if we have them, makes the 111, or if we don't have them, they'll just sit in the same room and figure it out, makes the 112 call and says, hey, this person is here, and then they answer all the questions, and then the aim is that they get all the boxes. I've made this sheet with boxes, so the person who makes the call and knows all the information can get all the information to the person who receives the call, and they write it down. And the aim is at the end is for them to be able to convey the level of emergency well and what's going on. They can make jokes out of it, they can make it stupid names, they can do whatever. And I also have the script for Fake 112 call. What else have I done? I've added some level ups. So, like, for instance, I have a group which is all of the older scouts who are about to become explorers, they can then demo this. I'm going to have them demo the situations themselves without any extra help. We're clicking off all of the things we need. So I am doing 3 match games, which is when to call 112, where I'm going to emphasise, always call when in doubt. Sorry, I have to do this fast, I'm low on battery. And then what to do about different stings and bites. So treatment, habitat, picture, all of that stuff. And then safety in the clubhouse, collect into yes and no. There's going to be about 2 people on each, so that should be fine. And then they're going to have a practice 112 call, and that's me. I've moved down Duncan's bit because he's doing stuff like the Heimlich, because he really approved of that yesterday, as well as the recovery position, solely because, they're kids, they're going to deal with somebody who's drunk and or unconscious, however that may come to be. In their lifetimes, they need to do that. And Annie's has stayed the same pretty much, except she has a level up on it, which is good because they told us the way to make the scout meetings more inclusive is to make sure you have something for, because we're having a couple new scouts, which is, a bit scary that their first introduction to our scout group is going to be me leading 3 meetings to get them a badge. But I mean, if that's how you get your first badge, is by a 17-year-old trying to teach you about health and safety, once you just not follow off the rules. This has actually taught me how difficult it is to plan these meetings. Like, I've been working on this for a week. I've been working on this since, before the winter break, and I'm so stressed out about doing it right. So that's going on. Anyway, we have that so far. That's pretty much all I have for now. I mean, my last reflection was mainly the same thing, which is me being like, yeah, this is what's going on. The good thing is they really approved of a lot of my ideas. And they thought they were really good, so I'm very happy with that. And I don't plan to do any more casts over the weekend. I think I am cast out. I am at 39, and I had 20 about, a month ago, so I'm done. I'm also almost double where I need to be, so... Nothing else I can really think of right now. Most of it is just my Energizer is good, and also the good thing is, in our last thing was, I don't know if I mentioned this, was that the Explos are going to plan the end game. They already have a good idea, so happy with that. Less I have to plan, but if something does happen, I'll just have them play British Bulldogs outside, because then at least maybe we'll have the chance to practice what we learn. You'll also notice this meeting comes before the cooking one. Very bit sad we couldn't actually do CPR, but these things happen, and I mean, you know, worst case scenario, if they need to know how to do it, they can call 112 and they'll talk them through it. Thanks.